Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's the Monstrositus One back at you again. Gonna do a little bit of drawing today. Gonna draw some mite pages. Um, I think I'm ready. I've been drawing, trying to practice, and because before I didn't like what I was putting out. My drawings were the faces were kind of beat. I couldn't get my hands to work right, and I just couldn't do the things that I wanted to do for my to accomplish. I couldn't get the things accomplished that I wanted to get accomplished. So I'm going to get up in here and we're gonna try and get in some of these pages. So I'm going to be doing this again because I think I've redrawn these pages like 4, 5, 6 times because I just wasn't happy with the positions, the like I said, the bodies, everything wasn't coming out the way I wanted to. So yeah, this is a little mock-up what I did in Blender of what the Vedic tower is going to look like. I'm thinking about widening it, but it might not be necessary because I don't want to go too much. I got to draw the shit. It's already a little tricky the way it's already done, but this is supposed to be massive, over 100 stories. So I basically want to start off with this, and what's basically happening is that I got Portsburg, a hub of superhero. I think I'm going to change this around a little bit. I don't like the way it sounds. A hub of superhero activity since the 1960s when the Infectoid. I wasn't supposed to put that in, but it's the opening. It's the opening of the book. Yeah, I shouldn't have put that in because I was just saying a meteorite crashed. I never gave up the name before. So, well, now you know. It's going to be on the first page anyway, and I'm going to be showing these pages. So I'm going to be putting dialogue in and everything. It's going to be going right through the opening, which I'm hoping is going to last around 5 or 6 pages. And then we're going to go right over to the place where the action starts. And then from there on, it's going to be 2 major fight scenes. And after that, we're going to stop. And that's when the investigation is going to start. Yeah, so hub of superhero activity since the 60s when Infectoid meteorite struck the Earth outside the limits of the South District of the city's South District. I should have put an S at the end of that. South Districts. Because there's a lot to make up in a universe. Never mind just a city. You got it. Because when I started doing it, I had to learn all of the different locations. Where's there gonna be art galleries, museums? Where's the monuments are gonna be? Because a lot of superheroes died back in the 60s during this major event that happened. It threatened to take over the world. So yeah, that's what we put it here. South District, many of the popular heroes of the time lost their lives in the effort to stop the spread of what the world now knows as the substance. Yeah, that's the name of that stuff. So there has been periodic occurrences stemming from that event, which seem to have drawn heroes here. Yeah, so since that time, back in the day, there wasn't too many superheroes. There were a few, but there wasn't as many as there are today because there's a whole bunch now. They kind of flourished to the city, and the city's major. It's a big city, a major metropolis. So, and it's a port city. So there's a lot of stuff happening at the docks and stuff like that. And a couple of my storylines are based over there because it has a lot to do with a lot of stuff. So I can't give away everything. So yeah, I gotta draw this building. I gotta get out the perspective lines, and then I gotta shrink this down and build this up in here. I shrink this down because it's probably gonna have to be way out here somewhere, and in order to get the lines that I want. And I might have to shrink this because I want to show the whole square. I don't want to just show the building. I want to show the whole square. And then we can zoom in on the second page, which is right here. And I think I'm going to have to change this right here too. I think we're going to have to change this. Yeah, we're going to have to change this to a different angle. I want it looking down. And then coming down into the, I'm gonna have to put this. Yeah. Coming down into this area. And they're like tiny in here. and this is like reflecting mirror glass. So I gotta learn how to draw that. And because there's a couple of things here. They're coming out of a briefing, so this is going to change too. This is going to be smaller though. This is going to be smaller. That's why I think I gotta back that up. And then we're gonna zoom in over here and show. It's still going to be mostly the city reflected back in here, and maybe some shadow images. That's why I just scribbled that there. And then this one, he's going to be leaning on the railing, looking out the window. Because all of this, like I said, this whole thing, this whole top here, let me check this away. This whole top area right here is all glass, like reflective glass, and they're gonna be up in here somewhere. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have it right up in here. Well, it could be anywhere because they're on alert. What's happening is, ever since that, there's a lot of stuff that's going to be happening. I'm going to be telling stories in between the 60s time, because you're going to eventually want to see the whole fight, or the whole origin stories. That's going to eventually come up, but I'm not going to bring it. It's going to be like talking about the White Walkers in Lord of the Rings. I mean, not Lord of the Rings, or Game of Thrones. That stuff's not going to be ran up, up. It's going to be. I'm not going to talk about that. Or we're going to talk a lot about what happened back then. They're going to be mentioned from time to time and keep bringing it up. But it's going to be something vital that happened that directly has something to do with then, and that's a lot that's going to come up, and that's when I'm going to tell the origin Mike story. And even though I'm going to be telling it all the time, but I'm talking about drawing it and everything. So basically what I got to do is get this down. This is all like this is floors up in here. These are all floors, and I gotta get windows. I probably have like 2 floors each right up in here, and 2 floors up in here. And there's gonna be training rooms, training areas and stuff probably down in here. And then there's gonna be police, or not police, but holding area for superpowered characters down in here. So there's probably going to be a big open areas up in here. Like I said, this is going to be huge. So there's going to be big open areas in here where they can do training, where they got all kinds of stuff with holographics and robots and all of that stuff. And then down in here is going to be the police department. It's going to be the main police department of the whole of Portsmouth. Even though there's multiple police departments, this is the headquarters of all the police departments. It's right down here at the base, and they bring down their people in the bottom, the criminals. They bring them in and out in the bottom, and this is where pedestrians and regular peoples and cops walk in and out. Probably gonna have some kind of a tunnel, and this is going to raise right up to the street level. This is street level, and this goes below, and everything's going to be nice. Going to have flowers and pottery and all of that stuff like that. And yeah, I just haven't had the time to get back and continue it, because I don't have time to even do that much drawing these days. I've been trying to do so much with the writing, because I'm writing all of these stories, trying to get them ready for when I drop this book, because none of them were nowhere near where I wanted them to be. And it just got better and better, because as I started talking about the Nebula character, getting into his story, wow. I'm telling you, I wish I had came out with that story first. I wanted to, but I was afraid to, because that was one of my older characters. Might isn't. Might is a newer character that I made. I kind of made his story up from scratch, because I didn't want to start with some characters that I was already attached to and put it out on the internet and people steal it and all of that. I didn't know how to protect myself. And then I heard Ethan and them say that you don't have to worry about stuff like that, just do it, because nobody can steal. You know all of your characters ins and outs. So if they try to steal stuff from you, it's be stupid, because they wouldn't. When you come out with your book, you show their book will look like garbage, and you'd have all of the details and everything. So I had to get all of those details, because I had a lot of characters, and there's a lot of characters in here, and I think that I kind of messed up with putting so many characters, but I think I had to, because I have a lot of characters and I want to bring them out, and then I have other characters that I want to bring out, but mostly the characters are going to be in this book continuously until if something happens to somebody, because everybody can't be, invulnerable. Things happen. There's superpowered beings that can kick ass, and things happen. So I want that to be built up. But I was going to do that early in the book, but I realized that you have to build up the characters first. So anyway, you have to get people to like the characters before you start knocking them off. You can't just start knocking them off, because nobody's gonna know them. So how would they like them? So yeah, I realize this is a lot smaller, but that's why I gotta push this back. I'm glad I pulled this picture up, because I see how I made that real small, and it's supposed to be bigger, because this is big enough for ships to go down in the top. There's a square opening at the top. Do I have a picture of that? I don't think so. But there's a square opening at the top, and where ships could come in and out. And I think I'm gonna have something on the side too, so emergency stuff like that. But they're tiny. This is a huge thing here. This is all glass and all up in here, so that they can look down over the city. So that's why it's everything is kind of leaning outward, and it's called the Vedit building. Vedit means it means a sentry station near the enemy, so that they can observe So that's what this is. They built this here so that they could overlook the territory where the meteorite crashed back in the 60s. So because like I said, a few things happen and there's stories that has to be told. There's a lot of stories I have, and there's one of them has to do with black Nightshade's origin story, and so all of them have origin stories of some kind, or some yeah, all of the characters have some kind of story. There's going to be at least somewhere in there like 20 characters, good guys alone in this book. And there's going to be a few street level dudes, so that you guys can get to know that there's going to be more than just. I have tiers of superheroes. There's street level dudes who fight the pimps and the drug dealers and all of them types of guys, and then these guys more or less fight the more high powered super villain in there. So this will be more like the mid tier, and then I got the federal level. I call them my federal level. These guys are basically more powerful, and they basically come in to help when something really bad happens, or some super powered whatever comes in and wants to start trouble. These guys come in and add assistance because they have a little bit more power and strength, and usually they're associated with the government. That's why there's a whole lot of stuff. That's why this stuff is a big story, and I had to get all of my ducks in a row. And I realized that I did not have my ducks in a row. I had a lot of short stories, but I didn't line everything up, and I didn't have any of my details. The hardest part is making what I would call. I'm gonna get rid of this guy. I'm gonna redo this. I'll put those both on the same layer. Okay. I'm gonna redo this one. So yeah, the hardest part about telling stories is not being corny, or not having those, what do they call those, plot armor, where you just need to drop something in here because you need it to be there, instead of having it wisely found or tracked down or whatever, and coming up with something that makes sense. That you're not doing that, and that's what I found to be hard, to finding different things, because I have a big story. It's going to take a long time to tell. This is not just going to be one book. It's going to lead to other things, and keep going and growing and adding characters and losing characters and adding stories. And I want to try and tell my stories where I introduce, before the ending of one, something is kind of already in the works for the next, or because this happened, the story is gonna, it only leads to something that happens worse. So even though the event might be over, it's still not over, type of thing. And that's why, because I already know the types of events. I know what happens most of the way through. It's just adding those connections, those little connectors, and having the story not be corny, not to just be thrown together, or have it where you're not getting to learn about my world, and you're not getting to learn about my characters. I want you to learn about the characters, and while my story moves at a nice pace. That's why I'm trying to keep these characters. I'm trying not to do too much, but I know I put a lot in, because I got the mega story. I got and I think that's going to be the hard part to keep people interested, because it's going to be a side story and it's not going to really connect for a while. And that's going to be, I think that's going to take, I'm thinking and trying to rethink it, but I want it to be in there because I know what's going to happen down the line, and I want these stories to line up. And the only way to do it, I don't want them to be separate books, because I already got another book for other things. I have these to add to my Mike storyline, because I know, as a matter of fact, this is going to be kind of dark. He's going to be kind of dark looking through this mirror, and I got to figure out, I got to get some reference on that. Those mirrored glass, what they, how to draw those, and the reflections of the city, and seeing through those mirrored glass to show images. I gotta do that research, so I gotta come back to this. I'm gonna have to look that up. I saw the Lucid book with Michael Bancroft. He did some nice reflected glass in his book, and I like that. But now I gotta do that, because there's a down here. He's looking out the window right here, so it's gonna be him and the 3 guest star characters, Cameo, Everman, and my nemesis, my Nebula character. And this one right here is, this one right here is Mike. This is Mike. That's Mike. And this is them coming into. They just got finished having a major, a big briefing, and explaining what's happened and why they're all here. There's 12 of them plus the 3 guest stars, so that's 15. And then there's going to be some introductions, like some quick introductions of some street level dudes during the fight. You're going to see, so I'm going to be drawing all of that. That's all the beginning. What's going to happen from here is going to be, these guys are coming in talking about the briefing. You sure that's all the information you have? And he said, yeah, but you know these guys, I'm sure you heard of them, because a few of these characters have been around. So, or if you haven't, these guys are badass. They're known for disrupting small countries, or overthrowing some countries and stuff like that. Carrying out coups, assassinations, all kinds of major kidnappings, stuff like that. They travel the world, do whatever, and we only think that they're based in New York, but that's what it's claimed, that they're based out of New York. So they get this direct threat over the dark web, and that says that they're coming to town. So they couldn't take it lightly. They didn't know why they would even be coming to Portsburg. So, but they're coming, and well, we don't know that they're coming. You just can't take the chance that they're coming and they don't prepare. So he asked his people, because Mike got a problem with working with some of these guys because he think they're too weak, and he's one of the more powerful ones. And there's some strong dudes on the team, and there's some weaker dudes on the team. So he wanted to make sure everything was protected. But everybody knows that he doesn't like really working with these guys. He trains, he helps work with them and train and stuff like that. But I'm trying trying to put y'all up on this because I haven't been on in a minute. You know, shit happens, and I just was out of it, man. I gotta, well, shit happens. But I'm trying to put y'all up on this story. Like I said, it's hard to make those little connections. How you find information. So I've been doing a lot of looking at shows that, you know, like Stargate and 24 and all of those old shows where they have to find the terrorists or find this people or that people, and it's dependent on how they move, keep the action moving. And I've been, of course, I'm an avid fan of the Justice League and the Superman animated series and the not as much Batman. I like Batman. I own it. I got the DVDs, but I found that most of the Batman series was a little on the corny side because I didn't like the characters. I didn't really care for I like Joker because he was crazy as fuck. But I didn't really care for Penguin, the stories with Penguin and the Riddler, the Clock King, and a lot of those guys are corny. I like Clayface. I like Ra's al Ghul. I liked a lot of those types of characters. Yeah, I'm not drawing right. It's supposed to be small eyes. You notice when drawing faces, man, the best way to keep the face sometimes gets out of hand because you draw stuff too big. And I'm used to drawing bigger and then shrinking it down in here. That's because it's not the same as drawing on paper. You can only draw one side, but here you don't know what you're drawing because I got this. I'm going on this digital, so I don't know what size I'm drawing until I publish my first book, and then I'll understand what's going on with the ratios and all the sizing and stuff like that. But I can't. It's hard for me to comprehend. I know this is 11 by 17, but this doesn't look 11 by 17, and I never will get that comprehension until, like I said, I print the books and see it all done. I gotta get a scanner so that I can do. I think I learned inking better too that way too. But it doesn't pay for me to do all of that, even though it does. But I don't have enough time put aside to do that too. So I'm just trying to learn how to do this, and then later on, if I can get my inking pretty good in here, which I think I'm getting pretty good. I've been watching Richard Friend and his stuff. And he does a lot of black and white stuff, so you can see the ink strokes, and I've been loosening up a lot. Let me see. Do I have? Yeah, when I was doing this, I was getting back. The hands, I was having trouble with my hands, and all of a sudden, like I said, when you draw a lot, I had stopped drawing back before 2010, so there were certain things that I remembered was easy, but the difficult stuff like the faces, that was giving me problems, and then the hands, I couldn't get that position. I used to be able to just see hands on the page and just draw it, and I'm talking about on a blank page. I could, if I was going to draw a hand, it would be boom, 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 and it would be there. And that was that. And so, and a lot of this, I was doing this drawing, and I'm going to come back and finish that. I just didn't have time. I stopped because I had other things to do. I had to prepare for winter and stuff like that, because winter's rolling in, and I don't want to have to be lugging a whole lot of supplies back, so I'm trying to get stuff while it's still warm, make sure I can last out a few months without going dry. So anyway, I had to go out today. That's why I kept postponing it because I wanted to do this earlier. So anyway, and I wanted to do this. I haven't been getting up in time, and I had to get up. And so anyway, this character right here, let me see. Let me hear. This character right here, her hands is in a different position. Let me see. Yeah, see? That's her hands is in that type of position. What's this back here? I'm wondering what this stuff is over here. I don't know where that's coming from. I think it's part of her. Yep. Okay. I gotta get rid of that. I was practicing. I was watching some Jorge Jimenez because that's another thing I haven't been doing, reading comic books. So my vision. You need to see art if you're gonna be. I was drawing everything straight out of my head, everything straight out of my head, everything out of my head, because that's what I'm used to doing. But back then, I used to have a whole bunch of comic books that I was going through before I would start drawing. I would be. Okay. I would I'd study a bunch of comic books, get in there, read them. Well, not really read them, but examine the pages, the art, everybody who's coming out back in the 90s, all of the top dudes, McFarlane, Top Cow dudes, Michael Turner, what's the other guy? What's his face loves him? Silvestri. All of the top dudes, I got all of them books, man. You name them, I got them. So I even have Dave Finch books. What's this? Angelic, whatever. I know I got a bunch of them up there, and I would examine. I would just thumb through those books repeatedly in order to just absorb the stuff. But until you can get down and put that into action, and I haven't gotten it because I was on the train. You know, most of the times I did drawings, it was on the train, so I never really got around to the inking and all of that. So now I'm trying to learn all of that at one time, inking, coloring. But I pencil. I know I could. I know I don't have tight lines. I know that, but I'm getting there. I can pull some tight lines if I need to, but I don't think I need to pull the tight lines. Is what I need to do is learn how to translate this into the line work that I need. And this, I'm gonna have to change this. I'm gonna have to change that. I'm gonna have to raise that up a little bit because her waist is a little bit too long. Her waist just a little bit too long. So if I raise it up just a little bit, but I'm not here to do that. I changed that. I got to change a few of these arms. I was going to do that on another live stream, but again, I was missing it. I wasn't getting up and I was doing other things. There's a lot of things you got to do. This guy's leaning on a railing. This guy's leaning on a railing. My computers are dying on me. That's another reason why I haven't been streaming. I hope this sucker lasts at least until I can get a campaign going. Because I can't hear anything. It's supposed to be working, but I can't. It says that it's working, but it doesn't. I can't hear anything. I can't go and watch a movie. I can't listen to any of the videos on a YouTube because I can't hear anything and I can't get it to turn back on. It turned on. I tested some of and I can hear the headphones work, but this is an old computer. It's running on Windows 8.1, and it said that there ain't gonna be no more nah, this is the wrong direction. It said it's not gonna be any more what do you call that, service or support. No more support. So that means this sucker's gonna be announced for January, before January. So what happened was I hadn't turned off the updates, and sometime around November, October, November, somewhere around there, my sound went out and I couldn't hear. I went on to HBO. I was going to record some stuff, and I couldn't hear anything. So I tried to find, I did all of the, looked up the videos and did all of the searches, and then I did all of the rebooting and disconnected this and enabled that and disabled this multiple times, and nothing worked. And so finally I did not a reboot, a restore, where you restore your computer back to a previous date, and it popped back on. But I asked out, and I didn't shut off the updates. So the next update came in, and it knocked it out again, and I haven't been able. I rebooted it, restored it, and I did all this shit, and still ain't coming back in. So I don't know what am I going to do about that. So I can't hear, so I can't go on anybody else's live streams because I can't hear. Can't hear what nobody's saying. I can't have anybody on my live streams because I can't hear them. And even if I got a TV that I can turn on and put on YouTube. Smart TV got YouTube that comes directly to it, but that's going to be delayed. So you can't talk to somebody and everything's delayed. You answering 5 seconds down the block afterwards. Let me see. His face is going to be dark because it's behind the mirror, and he's going to be kind of coming into focus. I should remove this off of this, so off the bottom. I might have to move that over. I don't like that he's jammed up against the corner of the page like that. The edge of the page. I don't want him hanging off the edge of the page. Might have to rethink these two shots. Well, I could just move this up and move him down a little bit. Shrink this up, because again, that's the problem. It's not the same as when you do on paper, because paper, you only have a certain amount of space and that's it. But this, you can shrink it and you can do some stuff and then shrink it. It's not the same. There's a limit to what you can do with pencil and paper. This thing, you can practically get away with murder. Okay, I think I want to move him over now. Alright, let's see. Yeah, I'm going to be crowding these guys. And what I was saying earlier before I got sidetracked, I want him looking out this way, right? And then down here, I'm thinking about either putting him in silhouette, something, having him turn around. I want you to see him turning away from the railing towards the three in the hall with them, because there's like a catwalk, or what you call around the outside out here. You can come down and walk out, and then there's the openings too. This glass have openings where you can, because there's the main operating operations I think I'm have up high here. And that's all of the stuff you gotta plan out and map out, try and get this stuff done. And so what happens is these guys got they found on the net, dark web, that these guys are coming to Portsburg. So he's got three guys come, these three powerhouse dudes, I guess you could call them. Everman, Cameo, that's a chick, and my Nebula character, he's my outer space dude, and I love outer space. That's why I'm glad I brought him in. And this is a character I created years ago, before Mike. And but he wasn't supposed to be a space character at first, but after getting the story and considering it, because I don't think I had any space characters, everything was earthbound. So I said, well, I did a little bit of research about some things about outer space, and that's when I said, "Oh, I'm making him outer space dude," because I love outer space. I grew up watching all of those shows, and because we didn't have all of those TVs and things back in the day, HBO and all of that when I was a kid. We didn't have HBO and all of that, so we had to make do. PBS was a regular thing, because once you ran out of cartoons after school or before school, the cartoons came on before school, and then around just after kids went to school, cartoons went off. There was no cartoons. It was all talk shows and stuff like that, the daytime stuff. And then when you come home, somewhere around 3 o'clock, the cartoons will start up again, and then from there until 4:30 or so, 4:30 or 5 or so, not long. You can watch cartoons, and then at the end, that's when you get Batman, and I hated Batman, but that was the only thing that was on. You didn't want to start watching the news and all of that stuff. So until moms and dad, and I was a latchkey kid, so until moms and dad came home and turned on the TV, took over the TV, we watched the 4:30 movie. After the shows went off, the animated stuff went off, and then Batman or the Green Hornet. Sometimes I forget when the Green Hornet came on. That was a long time ago. Man, I'm doing terrible with this. Maybe I'll put his arm out, spread out a little. I like that hand. I'm gonna have to do it over. So yeah, we didn't have anything, man. We had to just. I'm not complaining, man. I think that was harder times made us stronger. I believe that saying, hard times make hard men make soft times make soft men make hard times. And you seeing that now. You see a lot of soft men giving in to stupidity and making stuff hard for everybody because they're listening to this ridiculous crap that's ruining everything, TV and comics, and that's why I say there's no way I would not be Comicsgate, because my channel ain't that big anyway. So, and I think they already knocked 2 or 3 of my subscribers off. I don't know, they might have unsubscribed, but I heard that YouTube does that. They already hit me for some stupid thing, gave me a strike. They say it was something that doesn't stay on. It wasn't permanent, but still, over something I still don't really understand. But I gotta get Mike out here, so I gotta try and do my best to do my best. So yeah, that looks a lot better. Okay, I have his head down. He's leaning over a little bit. Railing, have a railing. I was thinking about challenging Michael Bancroft. He calls himself Mr. something, Amazo or something like that, on Twitter at this present time. He's teaching himself how to draw hands, and I used to be really good, but I kind of fell off since I stopped drawing. It's coming back to me though. Like I said, hands is. I used to be really good with hands. Really good. Okay. His shoulders are off. The railing is going this way. His shoulders should be parallel. Well, if let me see. The perspective, if the vanishing point is out here, right, then it would come down here and then it could come up there. It could be right. It could be right. All right. Let me I'm going to have toot. Alrighty then. Alrighty then. I'm a little silly. I'm an old silly dude. I like having fun and laughing. I don't like this shoulder. There's more pressure, I guess, when you're drawing with an audience. If there's an audience, I don't even know I got an audience. I don't even know I ain't got nobody watching. So that's all right. We don't need an audience, right? All right, let's get back to it. So. Okay. Next time I'll post it on Twitter. Let me see. So anyway, might had that thing in the 60s, and they're here discussing what's gonna go down. They're trying to plot everything out, and I'm not that good with I gotta get better with script writing. Because it's hard for me to map out the dialogue for every panel. I kind of like to do it. I kind of like to do. I know what I want. I got dialogue, but I didn't set it to any particular panels. I kind of want to should have do some drawing before I got on, but I had to go out. I said I did some shopping, then I had to put the food away, and I pushed it up to 1 o'clock, and then I saw that it was already 1 o'clock, and I almost burnt up my food. Had some leftovers. Said, let me put it on. I'll eat it before I go out, so I don't put it on the stove on really low fire. forgot it because I'm not used to running out like that. So forgot that shit. Got back, that sucker was almost burnt up. So I threw a bunch of water on it. So that hopefully it wouldn't get all hard. And I softened it up good before it, because it wasn't that bad. So I ate that and I said, daggone, it's almost 1 o'clock. I can't, I pushed it back until 2 o'clock. Give myself some time. Okay. Okay, this is off. I'm gonna have to rethink this. I'm not liking it. Why am I not liking it? So anyway, he brings in these powerhouses as backup because he doesn't know where they're gonna strike. He doesn't know where these bad guys are gonna strike. Right? And so basically knows they're coming, but he doesn't know what they're here for. So he has to be ready to break up the team, the small groups, and head out. You heard about how these guys operate. Like I said, nobody really knows, but these guys are suspecting a lot of dirt. Now they got their eyes on Portsburg, so see, not only that I gotta draw this shit right, I gotta keep his musculature at the right size, because might is pretty big. Not that he's kind of Supermanish, and I didn't. It's kind of Diesel. I don't want him too big, but he's kind of my Superman. I needed to have a Superman, I believe, type and character. I drew him when I first drew him. I drew him as that Superman-esque type of character, even though he was just a random figure. He didn't have a name or anything like that. He was just this character I drew with a couple of chicks on either side of him. And I like this a little bit better. Even though I'm not liking his arm thickness. Okay. His arm's looking too long. Arm's looking too long. I'm struggling here. It's my first day back. John, I'll show you some videos, so I gotta make some videos. Okay. I don't want to put his head down too far. That's looking better. Looking a little better. Not liking the angle. Not liking the angle on this arm. This arm. Not liking it. Too straight ahead. It should be more like this. Okay, I see something wrong. Let me see if I can fix it. It might be part of it. Okay. Let me see. It's looking a little better. So anyway, yeah, he's looking a little kind of puny. Across the chest, his girth is kind of looking punier. Hey, Punior. I'm not liking the angle of his shoulders. You know, it's too straight across. Damn it. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Throwing me off here. Okay. Let's see. here. There it is. Oh, it's a lot better. I gotta turn this hand some though. Nope, don't like that. That looks a little better. You're gonna put his thumb up like that. I have to work on this. Let me see. Get rid of this. He's supposed to be leaning over, but I don't know if I want him leaning too much. You don't look, not looking natural. You ain't looking natural. You don't look all natural. All right. It's looking better. I'm gonna have to do something. Do a little something, something. Okay. I'm gonna have to do some research on that leaning pose. I'm not feeling comfortable with it. I'm losing it somewhere. Losing it somewhere in this area. Either his shoulders not up enough or something. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what it be like. Maybe I gotta raise his shoulder up. That looks better. Okay. Yeah, I gotta restructure this one too. Okay. Long one, baby. Let's do that over. Okay. Okay, that looks a little better. Fill that in a little. I think that looks a little better. I feel better. Matt Mardigan in half. Okay. Yeah, I'm liking it a little better, but I'm definitely gonna have to work on this. So anyway, like I was saying, these guys come in here, right? And they're discussing what's gonna happen or what they think might happen, because these guys kind of left a big mystery. So talking about what size faces too. But they made it a mystery, so they try to prepare as much as they can, because they don't know if they're gonna hit the tower, the Vedit building. They don't know if they come in here. His neck is kind of big too. I got to give him some neck. Yeah, that's definitely gonna do a remake right there. Yeah, I'm not liking this head position. Okay, let me adjust this racer. It's too big. Sure, these eyes small as fuck. By that, I need to zoom in. Maybe you shouldn't look that mean, right? Just having a conversation. So, what was I saying? What was I telling y'all? So, what's going on? What's going on? So, he's getting these guys together, and they're waiting around for something to jump off. It's the day of the incident. These guys are supposed to show. They don't know when or where. They just know it's today. They don't know if they're gonna be hitting the mayor, some banks. You don't know anything. So they don't know if they're coming for the tower, for Vedit Tower. They got a vault with shit in it. They might be coming for their shit. Not liking this mouth. If it isn't you, kicking in something. All right. Looks a little better. Man. No wonder this suck is so big. No wonder I'm not feeling my groove. What the hell happened? I'm like, not coming out right. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. So hold on to that for now. I'm feeling it, man. I gotta loosen up. Came in cold. Just started drawing. Didn't get any warm-up sketching in. Me too. So anyway, they're waiting for these guys to come into town and see what's going on. So they're asking if we make sure. I know you told everything that you had in the briefing, but is there any way you can pinpoint anything on these guys? Because right now they're just playing the waiting game. So he's basically saying, no, be sure that they coming. So how can I take the chance? How can I take that up? How can I make that, take the chance and not prepare for these guys? These guys are responsible, or believed to be responsible for some major coups and assassinations and all of this stuff. So made plans, man. He called in his boys, his backup, make sure they got all their bases so that they that they can split up if they need to. And they're just waiting. So then they start cracking jokes because they heard about situations that went on years ago. That's some history to see. So we're gonna plant some seeds here. This is where we plant seeds, and this is why I'm talking about world building and letting people know that things are going on, so that you can build from that and have people excited. Not excited, but thinking, hey, what's coming next? I see what's going on here. What's that? What's this about? Because you introduced it, now people are asking questions. And that's what I got going on in this. When I was talking, I don't want to be talking about this. I'm not trying to big up myself on somebody else's shit. You guys will either see that if my story is decent from what I'm telling you. I'm going to say decent. I'm going to try to keep it humble, but I think my story is good. So something's just not happening right, man. The eyes, the face, let me see this. A little bit better. Looking too round or something. My first time drawing online, man. You'd be surprised the added pressure. You're not used to drawing with people in mind. Because I'm not used to drawing with other people in my thought. In any kind of way, trying to explain things. Not liking it. Wasn't trying to give him a grin. Just realized that if his head's down, that his mouth would conform to his face a little. I guess I kind of got it. That's what I'm trying to get to. Now that I'm seeing it. Come on, man. Come on, man. Yeah, this is terrible. Zoom back a little bit. That's a little better. I should not have him looking back down this way, even though his hand is pointing down that way. I think I should have his face looking down that way too. That was a quick fast. I'm gonna try another thing, and a thing. Just in case I won't have to start from scratch. Excuse me. I'm turning his head this way again. It's looking like he's already got his eye socket right there. That's what I'm seeing. Even though that's a better head position. Yeah, that's a way better head position. We're not going with that one. No, that's not why we came here. We came here to look out the window. Straight ahead. Yeah, I gotta put a mask on him too. I'm not gonna have his identity all over the place. You have to have a mask. He ain't Superman. He gonna have some kind of a mask. Okay. Alrighty then. It's taking a long time to get this one character, bro. Now his mouth is too low. I want to give him a big ass Dudley Do Right. And he's looking too. Yeah, something ain't right. I'm off today, bro. Not off. I'm just need practice. I need to get some warm up in. And I just started drawing. And I'm trying to talk and not fixed on what I'm trying to accomplish here. It's not flowing smooth and easy. I'm fighting every minute, every second. What the fuck? Oh, what the fuck happened? know, some faces come easy and some fight the funk, man. This dude is fucking being a pain in my ass. Alright, I'm gonna keep it moving. I'm taking too long with this guy. I think I fucked up the page. Well, it ain't fucked up, but I have to move some shit around. This might have to get closer. This one right here, I might have to zoom in closer. This one's gonna be wider. This the first one. I think I'm gonna zoom all the way out so I can show the whole square. The building and the square around it like this, but you're gonna be able to see stuff all up in here and all up in the background. Well, not too much, because it's gonna be still at that steeper angle. You're looking down on the top. You're gonna be able to see the port where the ships are. This has got to get bigger, and this has got to get smaller. So I don't like what's happening here. So this is what's coming next, right? So what's going on is they just came from the briefing. They're asking him if you sure we got every detail that we could possibly find on these guys and everything. He says, yeah, we scoured everything that we could possibly get on these guys, and I gotta dialogue that out so I can get on to the next page, because he's gonna assure them that he's got everything, but he had to bring in some more people just to make sure that he had enough, because he couldn't take a chance with these guys. That it's some kind of a scheme, some kind of a joke, right? So these guys got to go in down here. I have to raise him back up or do something. Well, I already knew that his hands was gonna be interfering, but I have to raise this back up some more. Being that his arm is not going out of the screen, I'm gonna have to raise this up. I'm probably have to squeeze these over some more or shrink this stuff down. I think I can do that now. Okay. Push it over there. Now, okay. Now, I can lift all of this up. That's better. I got the whole bottom part to myself. The whole bottom bunk to myself. Alright. Let me see. Alright, you're gonna have to get this guy up out of here. You up out of here. You up out of here. I'm gonna put it on a different layer. Now, Yeah, I was thinking I have a couple of different styles that I'm trying to get in there. I'm gonna try to use that for special. I've been looking at Jorge Jimenez, and he kind of uses a bunch of different techniques and different, like when he goes into solid black, he has these little techniques that he uses. I'm trying to do the same thing and see how that works. But I don't need this right now. And I was saying earlier that I don't want him to just be here and then he's all of a sudden turned around talking. So I'm going to change this so that he's turning away from it, kind of have his hand on the rail while he's turning around to talk. Let's see if I can pull that off. All right. Okay. All right, let me see. I'm thinking. Yeah, maybe I could get the railing. I put the railing right here, right? Pulling out. The hand is over there on there. So we looking down. Foot out this way. And he's kind of turning back in towards them. Looking down. Yeah, looking down. And turning away from the railing. And then, okay. He's turning back to them. Is looking a little better. thinking if I should foreshorten it even more. That's kind of what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking maybe I should rotate his body a little bit more because they're coming in behind him right here, and I don't even know if that's good. I think I might have to show everybody from like a top-down perspective. Let me see. This would be cameo. She would be if it's top down, I'm gonna have to foreshorten all this. Foreshorten this. This goes in there. This goes here. See, this is wrong. I can't do it from this angle. Can't do it from this angle. Cannot do it from that angle. Well, I can, I guess. But his homeboy would be back here. And he came in first. He's back here. He's a little behind her. He's here. Mike is turning. No, I don't know how to do this. This is what they mean by solving these problems. Richard Friends was saying that. You gotta figure out how to solve these problems. Okay. Now if I foreshorten all this, get rid of this. Okay, his stomach there. Foreshorten. And then his leg. You have to be smaller like that. If he's got it facing this direction. They're asking why. Yeah, I want them further apart, not so close. Be clumpy. Be clumping together, man. Clumping together, man. Be clumping together, man. Alright. And then, let me see. One. Okay. I'm not liking it. Let me see if I can get this look. I can get this look from the size I was doing. Let me see. No. See, I could do the profiles, but I'm having trouble with these profiles. Is coming right out. I don't want to give me no problems. I have to raise that nose up. So. Now what do I want to do though? I want to turn his face backwards. That's push that face back towards the other way. Yeah. I'm bringing it back around now. Okay. I don't even know if anybody's receiving. Okay. Not liking this. Not liking anything. Sometimes your feel is off, man. I know what it is too. My first time back, I gotta get used to drawing like this. I'm trying to put some more emotion in this shit. Let me see. All right. Next time I'm gonna warm up some. Make sure I do some kind of a drawing before. He's getting better now. The faces are looking a little bit better. All right. All right, what am I trying to express here? I want him to be turning around towards these guys. Turning around. What am I thinking and what they... Okay. No one of the eyes are high. I'm not worried about that right now. I'm trying to get the expression and direction his face is going in and capturing what I want. Alright. Again, I don't know what I'm expressing here. That person. He's saying, I'm sure you got everything, but I want to be turning back. I mean, it's not good enough. Not expressing what I'm looking for. Express that information that I'm looking for. I like their pose, but not express what I'm looking for. Poor flat. I wanted to get over here, but my head ain't. I didn't come into this bed. My head ain't straight. I've been looking for before I came on, and I came straight home, put the food away. I'm not fresh. I wanted to do the stream because I posted it yesterday. And same type of shit happened and stuff. I said, fuck, I'm just gonna push it. I didn't want to push it. None of these faces are coming out. Look at this face. This face is a much better face. This face is a much better face. Even though it's not, I can see the company is better. He's got the cheekbones, everything is lined up. His mouth and then his nose, his eyes. This one is what I'm ready to do is you see fine stuff on him. Yeah. We put him out of it. That's what he's looking like. But see, all of their faces come out pretty good. So, but I didn't like. I wanted him looking out the window. That's why I changed to the side view. He's looking out the window, and all of this back here is going to be the city. Well, this is going to be looking to the back. His hand is going to be here, and he's going to be kind of looking up at them. And so that's the ceiling going to be over here, but all it's going to be cityscapes out here, out the window, and out here it's going to be cityscape. This is the Nebula character. This is the Nebula character right here. And he's going to be talking and then turn all back to the other man. I turned this around. See, this is the mic right here. I don't know if I actually did that, but he's going to be talking. That's why I did that. He's gonna Nebula character. He's gonna be talking, and that's what's going together. So, yeah. So this is the first. I gotta get in here. I liked her face. I gotta get in here and pull that in. Finish that off, but I really got to get this. I got to get this turn here. I don't know if it, I'm thinking about doing a silhouette. Yeah. I don't know. I got to see what I got to do. This is hard for me now. I want to take it quick today. I'm back fresh tomorrow. Earlier though. 9-10 o'clock. It's burning. And I'm a little fresh this week. I did a lot of work today. I'm ready to eat. Okay, sandwiches. And an egg. I'm hungry. Man, I'm hungry. that out. His eyes are too big and cockeyed. Okay. Okay. Face is looking a little better, but still I need to turn his face towards the people behind. Other than I gotta go back to, but honestly, I don't want to repeat the same thing because he's over here doing it. I don't want to have the same exact, but I had them. That's thing. That's it. And I wanted his head to look at him, and that's going to be practically the same fucking thing. I'm trying to get a different angle here. Try to get an angle here. Okay. Again, it's the same pose. See, this is tricky. I'm gonna have to do some research, man. This is gonna be a pain in the ass right here. This is gonna be a pain in the ass. Yes. I'm not feeling it. I'm gonna have to do some research. Go through some comics, man. See if I can find these types of angles. Oh, this is looking real bad. Hold on. Hold on. I'm finding something. Okay. do some perspective shit. This is all invading the other. This is definitely invading. That's all up under his arm. I'm gonna have to do something, man. It's not going right. Okay. I'm liking this now. I'm liking that. A little bit of tweaking. A little bit of lat under here. Some shit like that. What time is it? 35. I'm gonna get out of here and get me some food. I had leftovers. I don't know, a little bit that was left over. I did a lot of walking and carrying and lugging today. I think I'm tired. So I'm going to do my best to eat. I'm almost ready to prepare. Easy, I think. And I gotta come back in here. I'm saving this for tomorrow. You guys will get to see shit. I'm definitely gonna have to work this one. Mixed up. I'm not even, haven't even fine tuning it all mixed in. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's too high up. I'm gonna have to do something about these. That's too high up. It's interrupting. Yeah, I gotta get off. All right, y'all. Anybody came through and check me out? Thanks for coming through, man. I gotta get out of here right quick, man. I'm hungry, tired, my eyes is getting weary. I'll be back early tomorrow to do some more of these pages and fine tune them. I gotta warm up next time. I was cold as hell when I came in. I did not. Wasn't prepared because I did a lot of heavy lifting and shit. So they came right in here to try to finish this shit off, and this is not finished, but get it sorted. I gotta come back in and knock some of this off. I gotta figure that out. Get my mojo back together because I haven't been the faces and stuff. I'm struggling. Well, I expected that to happen. It's not a problem. I haven't live streamed, and there's a little bit of pressure to perform. You think people is watching you, so. But that's not the problem. The problem is my anger. I'm cold. Need to warm up before I start drawing, and I gotta get my head straight because I was telling the story, and I even got off track with that. Yeah. So I thank you guys for coming through, checking it out, and I'll be back tomorrow earlier, around 10 o'clock maybe. I definitely don't want to be coming out this late, and so I can get me some food, some decent food in my stomach early. All right, so I'm out of here. Thanks for coming. Still gonna get back in and finish these 20 pages. You got to get into the action. I'll be explaining stuff all along the way. So whatever I didn't get straight today, I'll get straight tomorrow. So yeah, I'll be back and we'll tighten up these pages. I got to bring in the perspective tool and dragging some of these buildings and lines and stuff and see how I'm gonna work this out. All right, thanks for coming through, y'all. I'm out of here. Peace out, y'all.